Okay. Hey, Hines. It is Sunday, September the 30th. Sorry it's been so long since I've posted. It has been a rough end of my week. I went Wednesday to my new general practitioner and basically to get referrals for my pulmonologist and my rheumatologist and my back doctor. And while I was there, I knew I'd had some sinus stuff going on, and I knew I wasn't feeling quite well. And so sure enough, they checked and they listened to me breathing, and I knew it'd been kind of wheezy. And sure enough, bronchitis. So antibiotics for that. And I had a rash. I've never had. I get thrush really easy. And they said that was just part of my autoimmune. It's just my body's way of letting me know something's wrong. And whenever my immune system gets out of whack, that's what happens. Well, I'd never had any of the rashes before. Sorry if you're moving. And Dr. Mullen, my rheumatologist, always asks me, do you have any rashes? Do you have any rashes? And I always usually respond, no. Every once in a while I'll get, and that's why they were thinking it was fibromyalgia, is I will get the butterfly. And so, but he had never seen it, and so, but that is one thing that I have been keeping track of. So that might be added to my list of things. But anywho, might be getting a little graphic here. If you're squeamish, turn away. But I have got, wait a minute. Might get, there's no good way of doing this. Yeah, hold on. Okay, now I've got you somewhere stable where you aren't kind of shaking around. And even though I feel like crap, I'm still running a fever. Don't mind my, what did I say? A Sudan princess or queen. I wash my hair and I'm plopping it. If you're a curly girl, you know what I'm talking about. But anywho, there is my, and it is looking some better, but it is actually a yeast rash. And they said it was just my body's way of, go make the men on Instagram excited, y'all. My body's way of just letting me know that there is something wrong. So, that's what I was going to talk about today, of if you have an autoimmune. And even if you don't, I'm sure you know someone who does. They are more common now than ever before. There are different schools of thought. Some people think it's due to processed food. Some people think it's just more common now because it can be diagnosed more easily. Back in the day, it was considered, excuse me, y'all. That women were bored and crazy and da-da-da-da. They were put on, what was it? Go ahead. What do you have in your box? Oh, he's making a box of something. Yeah. Anywho, he's got to go check it out. So they were treated with antidepressants, whatever. But, what are you doing?
My leg.
Yeah, they're crazy. It's Brian. He's watching the cat. Anywho, what's bad about it is on the outside, you look fine. Other than the occasional rash that will show up where it can be seen, but like the rash I put underneath my arm, nobody sees that. Yeah. nobody sees the pain that you're in. Nobody sees how bad you truly feel. Nobody sees just the brain fog that you can't concentrate. And so it's like, well, what's wrong with you? And then whenever you try to explain it, it's almost like, oh, yeah, you're just trying to get out of so-and-so, or you're always complaining, and it gets very, very frustrating of trying to explain what some people called a blind disease, because technically on the outside, other than the rash or whatever, we look fine. On the inside, we feel like we are dying. Right now, my back is about to kill me. I did graduate from physical therapy. Yay. But right now, my back is killing me. My head feels like a freight train is just going through. Why do you look like you the Joker or something? Okay. Yeah. See. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. You said anything now and it's his. So the bronchitis part, I'm starting to feel better. I am on doxycycline twice a day, and then Mucinex extended release DM every 4 hours, and then diflucan for the fungal. And so that's my regimen this week. If my CBC count is no better by Wednesday, Wednesday will be day 7. If it's no better by Wednesday, then I'll have to do IV antibiotics. Fun. I have a treatment Thursday, which has boosted my immune system, but I don't know. So this makes the 4th. Yeah, don't you love that? It was off camera. The 4th time that I've had bronchitis this year. Yeah, we're in September. Yeah, this year. Usually I had to do a round of steroids with it. They really and truly didn't want to give me steroids this time, just because, oh, I forgot what he said. See, train of thought. He said something about just in case with the rash and everything, wasn't sure, didn't want to interfere if it was, if it could possibly be lupus. I don't know if I've ever been checked for that. I've been checked for so many. My hands are still swelling. But those of you that suffer with autoimmune, don't let it get, and this is so hard, it's so hard. It's so easy to say, but it's so hard to do. Don't let it get frustrating when people look at you like, yeah, she's, sick again. Yeah, right. I can say that don't let it, but I know from experience, it is so hard to do. It's hard to tell people, you know what, I'm really not feeling good. Yesterday, Saturday, we had a funeral at our church, and I put on the good front. I got dressed. I had my clothes on, and I was going to go and help. Help serve the food. I had taken some pound cake. Yeah, I just made it easy. I went to Costco, bought the 3 thing of pound cakes. Boom, there you go. You get to where you learn how to get by. You take the easy route. Somebody needs something, go pick it up. Just go Costco it, or just make it easy on yourself. It doesn't have to be Martha Stewart all the time. You will kill yourself trying to live up to that expectation. And nobody is putting that expectation on you but yourself. So let go of that expectation. But anyhow, I got there, and my goal was to at least stay to help set up. And then I got to thinking, well, I knew her really well. I would like to stay for visitation. So I had to have the feed there at 9. Visitation was at 10, and the funeral was at 11. And I got to think, well, I really, really, really loved her, and it was our preacher's grandmother, and so everything in my heart, I wanted to be there for the funeral as well. So then you're talking about I was going to be there from 9 until after 11. They were going to do the funeral starting at 11, and it was probably going to last hour and a half. So it would have been 12:30, 1 o'clock before I got home. I got there, and luckily one of my really, really good friends, I call her my Selbrook sister, she could just look at me and tell, and she's like, you don't feel good. And I'm like, no, I really don't. And she's just one of those that, bless her heart, she is a godsend. She truly is. And she can just kind of look and tell, and she knows. And she's like, just leave your stuff and go home. It's okay. We've got this. And just that affirmation of, it's okay. You know, I know you don't feel good. There was a couple other that made a comment, what's wrong with you? And so before I could speak up, she spoke up for me. And she's like, you know, she's sick. She doesn't really feel good. And so I did. I was able to come home guilt-free. And I did. I just laid in my recliner and I slept all day. That's really and truly all I've been doing Thursday, part of Friday, and all day yesterday. I've just been sleeping. I don't know if it's the cough medicine, the Mucinex stuff. It's the DM, Mucinex DM. I don't know if that's what's making me sleep, or I did have a fever again this morning. So I started my antibiotics Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, Wednesday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. It's a 7-day round. So I don't know if I still should be running fever. Don't know. Yeah. Like I said, I go back Wednesday for a recheck. So we shall see. But yeah, if you are suffering from autoimmune, I would love to hear your comments and your story. And just know that you're not alone, and it would make me feel better knowing that I'm not alone. So leave a comment in the comment section down below, please. I know that you aren't alone. We're in this together. So hit that red subscribe button. Sorry, I'm not my usual hey self, but this is part of it. If you saw my Instagram post last night and you saw all my meds, those were all my everyday meds. Those weren't any of my antibiotics or my antifungals, anything that I'm on special. Those are everything that I have to take every day. Right now I'm on 3 additionals plus some ointment in exchange, in addition to all that. But yeah, that's just a typical everyday. This is what you need to function. So it is hard to explain to those that don't understand. Well, you look fine. What's wrong with you? So I would love to hear your story. So leave a comment down below, and know that you aren't suffering alone. I am here, and I do understand. there are over 480 different autoimmune conditions. And usually if you have one, you have more than one. I have been diagnosed with stiff person syndrome, Sjogren's, which is hence why I drink a lot. It is water. If I get to talking too much and I don't get water, it feels like my throat is closing in. And that's when my voice will start going. It does affect my breathing. They don't know if it's the Sjogren's or the stiff persons. My pulmonologist is leaning more toward it being the stiff persons because it's like a restrictive airway, not an obstructive airway. And so he didn't know it's where I've got a restriction around either my vocal cords or my rib cage from the stiff persons. And like I said, fibromyalgia has been one of my diagnoses, and they kind of took that off the table, then they put it back on the table. So that's kind of up in the air. Different doctors say that I do, different doctors say that I don't. And that's part of the frustration too, of getting a diagnosis, and you will be told everything from yes you do to you're crazy to you just need to find something to do with your time and take your mind off. Yeah. But blood tests don't lie. You can't I'm looking for the word. You can't alter a blood test by thinking or being crazy. And so my GAD antibody levels were high, which is stiff persons, a way of checking for stiff persons. You can't alter that. Some of my blood tests came back positive for Sjogren's. Some was inconclusive. And you just kind of go with the symptoms. I do have severe dry mouth. I'm on Plaquenil. Even with the Plaquenil, it is still bothering me. So I see my rheumatologist this coming month. We're going to discuss another game plan. Don't know if it needs to be increased, decreased, what. My weight gain, that is starting to go down now that I'm off one of those meds. They swapped one for a different one, and I can already tell just within a week I've lost 5 pounds. And it was like really fluid. Yeah, I felt bloated, I felt swollen. And so just within a week, seriously, I've lost 5 pounds. So, talk to your doctor, communicate with them, let them know what's working and what's not working, side effects you're having. Do not let them tell you you're crazy. If a doctor tells you that, guess what, sweet cheeks? Find a new doctor. There are more out there. Think about it this way. You are he is there for you. You're paying him. You don't like him? Get your purse, get yourself up, and leave. You can go find another one. Yeah, if I would have stayed with the one that said I was crazy, I would probably be dead by now. Like, seriously. My IVIG that I take every week now, that has helped tremendously. Me getting sick so often now, I don't know if it's the point that I've like plateaued and I need to up my IVIG. I don't know. That is something I've got to discuss with my immunologist whenever I go. So, but yeah, again, just comment down below if you do suffer from one. I would love to hear your story. And hit that red subscribe button. And I don't have them on. Yeah, I just don't. So, yeah, I can't even say put on that smile. Put on your pearls. Yeah. See, it's just not there. It's just not in me. Have a good day. Blessings and prayers to those that do suffer with this, these diseases. And if you are a spouse or a loved one or a friend or a caregiver or a family member of someone that does have an autoimmune, please have compassion on them. Know that they aren't faking. Know that they need understanding and patience. And be there for them. Be that good. Having a great support system makes all the difference in the world. Just knowing that someone knows that you aren't crazy makes all the difference in the world. So seriously, be that person for them. Until next time, thank you and God bless.